Hi, my name is Josh Griffiths. This is my third video for my third lesson involving student engagement. Involving student engagement in the lesson that I prepared was expanded trade subtraction. Doing that, I really wanted to make sure that at the beginning of my lesson that I first off showed the students what it was that we would be doing, explaining to them the different ways that would be working out our problem to get to the subtraction. In that, engaging my students was one of the biggest things that I found was trying to plan in order to reach some of the students who are going to struggle with the lesson that we're going through, trying to engage them, trying to make sure that they are paying attention. Even if I call on them and they can't give me the right answer, encouraging them in that, saying, okay, well, how can we work through that even farther? What was the part that you're at that you didn't understand, or what was the part that um, didn't make sense to you? Where is it that you're at in this problem? And after explaining it, my hope would be that they would understand exactly what we're looking to do. But that is not always the case, and it's always interesting when you bring in some of the students who are, I would say, lower students, and trying to engage them a little farther to get them focused in all the time, the whole time. If I took the time to make sure that I called on them and engaged them in our process of getting things sorted out, I was hoping that that would engage them throughout the lesson. Um, in that, um, it went really well to engage the students, and based off of the preparation and the initial the initial subtraction problem that I showed and the way that we expanded and traded, my hope was that they would in turn understand it right away, be able to break down, take away the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. And that was a big thing that I worked to try to help them understand. In that, it went really well. Some of the students, obviously, not just reaching out to the lower students, the middle, and the high, all of the students and all, but I couldn't call on all of them. So trying to vary my questions and vary the students that I called upon was a big thing that I wanted to do. Then throughout the lesson, trying to continue to do that, trying to work my way throughout the students and check with each one, seeing how they were doing, seeing what they were struggling with, what was the issues they may be having, or how were they doing. If they were doing great, awesome. Hey, well, why don't you challenge yourself a little farther and engaging them that way as well. If a student understood, that's awesome. Continue to challenge yourself even farther. Add the thousands place into that. Add numbers that are in the thousands place. Um, I think adding in any challenges to that would be that really you're going to, if you haven't explained it well, you're going to have challenges no matter what. But again, going back to the lower students, um, they seem to just have the challenges of understanding if I explain it, they're going to struggle right away with still understanding what's going on. So that would be the challenge of um, getting them engaged without trying to spend too much time or more time than what is necessary to engage them and to get them involved. With that, just trying to make sure that I spent the time necessary to engage each student, the low, the middle, and the high students. Um, and so that's always the struggle, is trying to engage each student and trying to find, okay, I know that this student is going to get it, or really quickly finding out, is this student understanding it or are they not? That would be a big thing that was the whole time through the lesson and through the activities, trying to find that they understood it or they didn't, and how I can't spend the whole lesson trying to help one student who may not understand it, but trying to work through it quickly and with the right amount of time management to get through to them what it is, and even engaging them in a way to help them hopefully understand a little deeper than what they did before. Um, I would say in just changing any approach, always trying to make sure if the nice thing is we've set our students up in a way that they are sitting next to a high student if they're a lower student or a middle student, so that student can hopefully help them and explain some of it. So that's a big thing. Just maybe changing the way that I would interact, again, taking a little more time, even with the higher students, and just making sure that they're understanding things, that they're gaining and grasping a hold of some of the processes that we're working through, not just focusing on the low kids that may need a little extra help. Thank you.